Most underrated fantasy books in the world. Fantasy novels, be they old or new, transport us to captivating realms while revealing our deepest values, inspiring personal growth along the way. 9. The King of Elfland's Daughter by Lord Dunsany. Lovers of fantasy who don't know about this book should go right now and pick it up, and then pick a couple more for their friends, as they would make excellent holiday gifts. The why this book is great is a hard question to answer. The story is one that more or less all fantasy readers know. A prince is going on an adventure to find his princess. Only his princess is from another world called Elfland, and the problems begin after they get married. Written in a language that reads like a spell and an old forgotten fairy tale, The King of Elfland's Daughter lets readers visit a universe that doesn't always make sense, but it does create powerful emotions. First published in 1924 by G.P. Putnam's Sons. 8. Blood in the Mist by Hope Mirrlees. This author might have only written 3 books, with Blood in the Mist being the third one, but she is a shining example of quality vs quantity. Blood in the Mist is the fictional city where the novel takes place, and it is located at the junction of 2 rivers, one of them leading to fairyland. In this world, eating fairy fruit is frowned upon, and nobody is keener to punish the ones who do than Chanticleer, the mayor. When his son is suspected of eating a fairy fruit, Chanticleer must change the way he acts and thinks if he wants a chance at saving his kingdom and heir. 7. The Midnight Folk by John Masefield. It belongs to the list of books that need to be adapted into a series, and one day, hopefully sooner rather than later, the fans will get the chance to not only read about the adventures of Kay Harker, but also watch them. Kay seeks a treasure that's stolen from his great-grandfather, but he is not the only one. A coven of witches, along with his governess who is also a witch, are looking for the same treasure. The good thing is that Kay is not alone. He goes on many adventures, along with talking animals, weird creatures, and his toys. 6. A Wizard of Earthsea by Ursula K. Le Guin. Viewers that have watched Tales from Earthsea and didn't like it have a chance to change their minds about the story. The adaptation might have failed and even annoyed the author, but the book itself is a wonderful example of quality fantasy literature. Sparrowhawk, the main hero, discovers that he has magic powers that go beyond the understanding of his village. A mage takes him as a student, and together they go on many adventures, one of which is to find his true name. 5. Little, Big, or The Fairies' Parliament by John Crowley. With Little, Big, the reader will get transported to Edgewood, which is a house, but not a house exactly, since it's many houses all together, a place, but not a place exactly, since it doesn't exist in any map. Edgewood is where Daily Alice Drinkwater lives with her family, a sampler house that her great-grandfather has built for prospective customers to see and hire him as an architect. In reality, though, the house protects the family with its confusing design and is a place that leads directly to Fairy. Smokey Barnable, who is in love with Alice, goes to find her and marries her. And that's the beginning of an epic story that takes place over many generations, many worlds, and many narratives. 4. Moonheart by Charles DeLint. Another house, another portal to a different world, another love. What's different in Moonheart? Everything. Charles DeLint, with this amazing urban fantasy novel, manages to take the reader both to places that are well known to them and to places that don't exist with the same ease and conviction. It all begins in the 80s at an antique store in Ottawa when a girl that's determined to find more about everything finds a ring that can give it to her. 3. City of the Beasts by Isabel Allende. It is an adventure set in the Amazon rainforest, with a boy whose family is in crisis, a super cool grandmother, many interesting friends, and beasts. 2. Sunshine by Robin McKinley. It is almost unbelievable that this superb vampire fantasy novel hasn't been optioned for a show yet. Sunshine is set in a world that's very much like our own, only it contains the others, which are the ones with the biggest fanbase in our world. Werewolves, vampires, and demons. Sunshine, the heroine of this book, gets caught by some vampires and is trapped in a room with one of them, who is shackled to the wall. An unusual relationship blossoms between them, and no, it's not because he is very good looking. 1/2 Sick of Shadows by Laura Sebastian. Readers love it, and listeners love it even more, thanks to the book's excellent audiobook adaptation. Either way, 1/2 Sick of Shadows is a story that stays with the reader long after it's finished. King Arthur, Guinevere, Lancelot, and Morgana. Yes, it is a myth everyone knows, but this time it is told from the perspective of Elaine, the Lady of Shalott, and she has a lot to tell.